You would not believe the amount of preparation that goes into this particular show. Hello there and a very warm welcome to Love Audio. My name is Paul Webber and yeah, if you don't know me, that's who I am. And if you give me 2 seconds, I'll be able to do that and show you. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, what I aim to do, of course, here at Love Audio is to provide beginners in audio production a friendly, safe and fun platform in which to learn the basics together, okay? Now, if you're on board with that, let's get right into it, shall we? All right now, so before we get any further, let me just say hi to some people. First of all, hello to Whit Prophet, who's in the house. Hello to Whit, thank you very much indeed for joining the stream. I hope you're getting on okay with your streams and your tests on YouTube. I've been watching a couple of them in and out, and of course, and now you've got to grips with how to save them and stuff like that. We should be on a winner, so hopefully that's useful for you, Whit. And hi to Tom. Tom, hello to you. Hello to Sam. Sam's just joined us. Thank you very much indeed. Tom, haven't forgotten you. Just Sammy jumped in before you, so hello to you. Hi to Rich Vibes. Rich is, I don't know if you're still in hospital, Rich, but hopefully you are on the mend. Please do let us know in the comments, because I know you've had some issues with kidney stones and things like that. That's not a particularly pleasant thing to experience. So, Rich, do let me know if you're on the mend, and if there's anything we can do for you, of course, do reach out and let us know, okay? But I do hope everything's okay for you. And, of course, hi to Jax. Just Jax. Enjoy Jax is joining us. Woohoo, she says, which is pretty cool. Okay, caught up with the comments. I'm going to keep that by my side so I know what's going on. So here in the cafe, this is just a place to relax. And what's happening is, on the 1st of November, I'm going to be launching the new Love Audio Cafe, which of course is that, but every time I do that it cuts off the sound. So that's one of the things I've yet to master. And I hope you like the cafe that we're in. It's pretty cool. There's this girl behind me, she just won't move. She's been there for hours today and hasn't budged, but she's got a laptop, I think, or it might be a tablet. What are you doing, love? You all right? She'll smile in a minute. There you go, look. It's like the Truman Show, where you watch that thing go round in a loop. She doesn't wave, unfortunately, just has a coffee, and but you know, it's good fun. And what I wanted to do was to create this kind of cafe environment. So what I'm going to be doing is having guests on in my show every single month. It's going monthly to start with, anyway. And of course, as we get through. Maybe into December, then we might think about doing it every other week or something like that. But it's on a Sunday. It's Sunday the 1st of November. It goes live. The platform I'm going to be using is called Podbean, Podbean, podbean.com. And if you look for Love Audio Cafe, very soon I'll be posting up a teaser, just a short teaser campaign for that one. And the podcast itself will be in 2 parts. One will be a vlogcast, so pretty much like this, with my guest to one side as well. And they'll be on their own sofa. And we'll be just chatting about general life and things like that. So, you know, what's going on in their world. Predominantly from the world of audio, but it doesn't have to be. That's the point. It could be absolutely anything that we discuss on the show, which is pretty cool. So we're going to just have it as a nice, relaxed, friendly atmosphere. And I'm also going to release a downloadable audio version, so you can have it as a podcast, and it'll be edited. So it'll be literally a 30-minute podcast you can take with you, download, and then, you know, use it on your earpieces and stuff like that as you're running or maybe working, things like that. You can have it on in the background. Some of the people I've been working with, and we spoke to them last week up at the Orchard. Katie, one of the partners of the business, actually has her mobile phone in her back pocket, but on loudspeaker while she's working, and she's got podcasts going there, or storytelling and that kind of thing. So I thought it was quite an interesting way of how people consume podcasts, because, you know, podcasting's been around for a while, but all of a sudden, because people are now looking at different content and different ways of getting content out there, podcasting's becoming a bit of a, you know, to the fore, which is pretty cool. I like that idea, which is excellent stuff. So Podbean, yeah, Podbean.com, Sammy Superstar is asking about that, so that's what it's. That's the green screen looks fake but real. Thanks, Sammy. You can tell it's got a loop going round as well. And by the way, up in that screen up there, is it above me? Yeah. Up in that screen up there, you'll see a rotation of an audio promo or a visual promo, and that is an indication of my first guest, which will be my guest on the 1st of November. I'm recording him this week. It's Corey Tallboy Sanders, and he's from Atlanta in Georgia, and he's got fascinating stories to tell. So I think you're really going to like the first podcast that we do for the Love Audio Cafe. So that's pretty cool. Sammy says very funny. Rich says, at home resting now. Thanks for being concerned, Paul. You're absolutely welcome, Rich. I do hope everything's okay. And like I say, let us know if we can do anything for you. And please do reach out, won't you? Simon Thayer is on. Simon is in the Yeovil area. Hello to you. And I hope all is going well. Now engaged to be married. Whit woo. And I'm looking forward to DJing for them once we're allowed to DJ once again, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, good to see you also, Simon. And let's have a look here. Oh, yeah, Sammy's message says the green screen looks fake but real. Rich says she's going to need a refill soon. Yeah, Rich, you're absolutely right. And Jax, you are absolutely right as well. Making me miss coffee shops. You know what? I'm going to make you really envious now, because not only have we got the branded mug, and Rich, yours is on order. Could take a couple of weeks, but I'll let you know when they arrive. Okay? And Christina's, that'll be in a dual pack, so Christina gets one as well. And Christina, if you're on, it's decaf tea. Nothing after 3 p.m. caffeine-wise, says Christina, because she teaches us all about how to get a healthy night's sleep and things like that. So, you know, you don't want to be doing caffeine at that particular time of day. I'm sorry, but this is in the way. I'm going to have to move it. This is my... Can you see that? Is it in the way? It just looks like a microphone stand, right? Which it is, to be fair, because my camera is just here. And it's mounted on that, which is underneath the desk, underneath the two layers of desks that I've got, which is pretty cool. But hopefully it works. And it looks as lifelike as possible. I'm sat on the sofa, so it's a genuine sofa, not a fake sofa like that bird in the background. And you know, she's on her iPad. I'm on my tablet. Christina is in the house. She says, "Brilliant, Paul. Excellent stuff. Well done." And she says, "Love your audio cafe." Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hang on a second. Enjoy, Jax. I need to start a mug collection in the future. Virtual hug. Is that a hint, Jax? Go to my Teespring site and you'll find them there. All right? Just the only button I didn't program was the Teespring button on here. Did everything else. Look. Did that. Did the stingers. Did the next live. Did the cafe logo. The Love Audio Cafe vlogcast logo, which is pretty cool. What else have I programmed? Oh, the intro. Love Audio. So that's what you've got to wait for the trigger. If anybody knows a way of bringing the trigger forward so it doesn't wait till the end of that video, then I'd be glad to hear from you. Maybe I just need to edit the video, perhaps. Make it a bit shorter. Let's have a look here. Just making sure I haven't missed any messages. Rich says, "Thanks, buddy. No problem at all, mate. And I hope you do get well soon. Okay, keep rested. I don't know if if they taught you kind of to rehydrate. Make sure you hydrate yourself well. Of course, you know, anything after an operation, you need to get those fluids back into you as soon as you can, which is pretty cool. Let's have a look here. What else we got? Stingers. We've got subscribe button as well, programmed on the button, so you don't have to get up. It's all on the stream deck. But my God, it took me hours to program every single button again, and it wouldn't let me copy and paste from my other preset on vMix. So I had to start from scratch, and boy, did it take me a while. I've got desktop here as well. You don't need to see that, because that's the desktop, and that's pretty boring, to be perfectly honest with you. So we'll go back to the main cut there. Name you've already know about, and a couple of stingers are on there as well. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. You did a fantastic job, says Christina. Well, I did, but like I say, it took me hours, and it wasn't a particularly nice process because programming the buttons is okay, but then you've got to go into vMix and go to the shortcuts, and then you've got to title each single one and make sure it responds to the buttons that you've allocated on the Stream Deck. And you know, I've only got a 6-button Stream Deck, so I've got to go down through layers. It's not like they're all laid out in front of me. That may be something for the future to get a bigger one, but there we are. You know, you just muddle through, don't you? You just get on with it. So we're still talking about audio. So if anybody's got any audio issues that they're currently experiencing, whether you're streaming live or whether you do recorded video or whether you do podcasts or whether you produce audio or you know you go live every single Sunday night, Rich. Hopefully to see you back behind the decks fairly soon. Hi to Ina. Ina's in Denmark. Thank you very much for joining the stream, Ina. We're just talking about the Love Audio Cafe, as you see here, and this will be the setting for my new podcast, which begins on Sunday, the 1st of November. Really looking forward to that, and looking forward to having guests on as well. Enjoy Jax says, you should help Lance and his hiss. Yeah, I kind of did. I jumped on the other day and Lance was talking about, we was just, you know, the audio was fine except it was clipping, so I think that was a CPU issue instead of anything else. But then there was this in the background, and I'm going, well, use a noise gate. And most people don't know what a noise gate is. But if you just think about a gate is something that lets something through, okay? Not everything. If you imagine you've got 40 cows on this side of the fence, right? They're all waiting to go in to be fed, right? So you open the gate, you let 40 cows through. However, if you narrow that gate, you're only going to let 1 or 2 through at a time, right? That's a similar thing to a noise gate. You're letting through some noise because you still want people to hear stuff, right? But you're not letting through the annoying stuff. I'll tell you what's annoying. I've got a Netgear gigabit switch, which all my internet is running from, which is how I'm doing NDI and things like that. That's down here near the microphone, right? And we're quite close to it because we're lower down, don't forget. We're not stood up as we normally are. And I've got a gate, so you can't hear that. The only time you can hear it is when I speak. It'll come through in the background, but that's very, very, very quiet. Also, I've got the cafe noise running. Can you hear that? That's genuine ambience, not an ambulance. Genuine ambient. I nearly said it myself. Genuine. I haven't got the bleep button on here either. I should make sure I do that just in case. But genuine cafe shop ambience on a loop playing in the background, right? It was a swine to get that into an input, let me tell you. Whew. But it works, and it kind of drowns out any other noise that might be going on. So you can't hear the fan, which is on the Netgear gigabyte switch or gigabit switch, right? You can't hear the fan on that, and it is quite noisy. If I turned everything off, in fact, let's go to the cafe logo. Listen. Can you hear that? No, you can't, because I've got a gate on, right? I'm going to stay there a second. If I go up here, and if I... Oh! Now, if I turn the gate off, listen. Can you hear that? Exactly, so that's what a gate does. It stops. Let's put it back on. All right? It stops all that background noise stuff going on. So a noise gate is worth enabling. When you're in vMix, you've got to tick the box that says enable, and then you've got to drag the threshold whichever way, and you know, use something like a fan. If you've got a fan or a hairdryer, use that as an example in the background somewhere, right? And then get the noise gate to where you can't hear it between your bits of speech. Okay, you can probably hear it over the top of your speech, but you want to get it to where you can't hear it in between your words. And that will make sure that the noise gate is working perfectly for you, okay? Rich Vibe says, I've had enough of ambulances. Yeah, I bet you have, mate. So, really thinking of you, of course. Ina says, this looks great. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much indeed for your comments. Christina says, my audio was off yesterday on my live for a while. I couldn't see the comments, so JV called me to let me know. I have a USB microphone I plugged in, then the echo was crazy. Okay, Christina, you're using vMix. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure you are. And what you need to do is to make sure that the headphones on every single input are at 12 o'clock or less, okay? Or less, whichever way around you're looking at me. 12 o'clock or less with regards to where it is on the system, okay? So if you're using vMix, go into each and every input on the audio side. The audio mixer is on your right-hand side of vMix. Go into every single input that you've got there, okay? Because they're all inputs apart from the master, which is an output, all right? So go into every single input and reduce the headphone volume down to midway or less, okay? Midway or less. And then you'll find that when you're talking, you can't hear that echo in the background. Also, don't ever have any speakers on either. I've got, in fact, turn that down. I've got speakers on very, very faintly, but I don't need them because I've got earpieces in, okay? So, yeah, don't have any speakers on because that will cause echo. Your microphone will listen to itself, will listen to itself, will listen to itself, will listen to itself, and that's what echo is. Okay, so just be aware of that. Whit says, yes, we can hear the ambient audio. Thank you very much. Jax says, thank you for explaining that. Knowledge is power. No, you're absolutely right. And you know what? I want the cafe to be a relaxed atmosphere. I want to be able to discuss the audio side of things for people as well, because I know a lot of people have issues with audio, and it's often said that you can have really crap video as long as you've got good audio, because people will listen to your audio in the background or doing whatever they're doing. They're not necessarily looking at you per se, particularly if you're a moving head, or you're not a moving head, but you know what I mean, like a talking head kind of thing. Hang on a second. Why has that gone to... Come on, I want large screen, please. Thank you. Sorry. Rich says, I know all about gates now, thanks to you, Paul. Yeah, no problem. Rich bought a Behringer unit, which has got a gate in it, a built-in compressor, a de-esser, which takes away the... You hear that? It's quite high. That's because I've got the mixer set quite high on my mixer up at the top there. So, yeah. The de-esser makes it kind of less harsh. So see, that's already got rid of lots of S's. You put your hand in front of your face and remove it. You can tell the difference between that and that, that and that. Do you see what I mean? So whatever you put in front of it, some people have like a windshield, we call it a pop shield, because when you say the word or the letter P or F, wind from your mouth goes over the diaphragm of the microphone. So if I get close to it and I pop, if I say pop goes the weasel, you can hear that boom, which is a pop, which is called a plosive. And the idea is that you get rid of that plosive by putting one of these on, which is like a branded muff mic, a mic muff, or I can't reach it from here, but you get like a pop shield, like a six-inch diameter pop shield, which clips to your microphone stand, and that goes about this far away from the microphone, and it stops any plosives hitting the diaphragm of the microphone. All right. Diana, Artfully Blind with Diana, says, wow, love your set. Looks amazing at Love Audio Production. Thank you very much indeed. Diana, good to have you on the stream. Thank you for joining us. Christina says, yes, vMix. And says, okay, thank you. Which is brilliant. I'm just trying to make sure I haven't missed anybody. Rich Vibe says, yeah, I think the compressor is working well now. That's good. I've got a slight bit of compression on the voice today, but not a lot. I never try and over-process it because there's no need for that. I don't do it in vMix. I do it on the mixer itself. So that's pretty cool. Jack says, do I need the pop filter all the time? Mine doesn't like to stay in place. No, they have a habit of kind of, when you put them on something, they kind of droop down. Oh, let me see if I can find mine. Stay there a sec. Hang on, let me play a stinger, and you can talk amongst yourselves for 2 seconds. Hang on. Where is it? There we go. see is me ferreting around in a cupboard looking for something. I'm back! Okay, this is an industry standard microphone pop shield. It's got a gooseneck, what do you call it, arm on it, I suppose, and just a clamp like that, okay? Pretty simple. What I would do here, because the microphone is quite away from the actual stand, I would actually bend it into place, clip it onto the top. You see, that's not going to work. You see, that's already drooping down. So what you try and do is find a circular grip of the microphone and then angle it down. It's not going to be in the right place. And this is the problem a lot of people have. I mean, that's how it kind of looks. That's how it should look. And the pop shield prevents any, because it's got like a very fine mesh, like a tight kind of mesh. See that? Like that. And it stops any plosives getting to the microphone. But like I say, it's a bit awkward to kind of bend into shape. Let me see if that'll work. Hang on. Live demonstration here, folks. Stay with us. And this is what Love Audio Cafe is all about. You know, I want to be able to create that environment where you guys can come on board and you can ask a question, and you know, can have you on as guests sometimes as well, which is cool. If you want to be a guest on a future episode, by the way, just drop me a line. Hello at loveaudio.co.uk. What I'm going to do is clamp this to the XLR lead that's going in the bottom of the mic. I shouldn't do, but I'm going to for this purposes, right? Because I want to make sure that you can see how this looks. All right? Now that's pretty much where it needs to be, okay? Can you see that? So if I didn't have the windshield on, like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Peter Piper picked. See, when I say the letter P or F, you're not getting any of that low rumble. If I was to take it away, any P's or F's, you can definitely hear that, and it's distorting, right? So that's not good. So the pop shield is a good investment. It's about less than $10, I expect, depending on what market you're in. Sorry, my microphone has got the droop tonight. Stay there. Right, okay, so that's kind of where you want it, about 4 to 6 inches away from the microphone itself. Or no, maybe about 4 inches away from the microphone, and then yourself, you can get as close to it as you want to, really, because when you say the word P or F, it's not going to pop. So that's pretty cool, okay? I'm going to take it off because it's really wrecking my mic at the moment. It's not standing up right. It's because we're down lower, we're not up high. Normally this would be a different stand and it would be better placed. Mic placement is another subject I want to get onto. Hang on a second. Let's put that on there. Boom. There we go. I just need to tighten that up, don't I, really? Alright, one of the things has come off of this springy bit. This thing with zigzag elastic bands is called a suspension cradle. And most microphones come with one. If not, you can buy them separately. And they're a great way of cradling the microphone. That's exactly what they're for, okay? So that's pretty cool. What else we got here? Have I missed a few? That's Jack's. Diana says, hello, great seeing you. It's brilliant stuff. Tom says, I'm thinking about getting a microphone for recording samples for my music, and can you recommend? Yeah, there are dozens of microphones on the market, Tom. Depends if you want to go the USB route or you want to go the XLR route. If you have a mixer, then you might want to go down the XLR route, okay? But you're going to need 48 volts to power the thing, which normally comes from the mixer itself, or the audio interface that you're using will have a 48 volt phantom power button on that interface, okay? But if you're going with a USB microphone, that should plug straight into your PC or your laptop. But again, just bear in mind, anything that you have USB wise is going to drain any power going to those USB sockets. So you might just want to watch the amount of items that you've got open at any one time, okay? Hope that helps. This is in reference to the microphone stand. Jack says, I have a similar one. The gooseneck is limp. Yeah. I mean, the gooseneck's quite stiff. However, if you don't anchor it properly, it's going to go during the broadcast or the show. So you want it, you know, if you can have a stand next to it, then that's the best way to kind of anchor it, because these things tend to go around circular, or, you know, like a pole or something like that, perhaps. All right. So I hope that helps. Christina says, Artfully Blind with Diana, LABAS. How are you, Diana? It's so nice to have you in here. LABAS. Is hello in Lithuanian. Wow. Cool. Labas. Labas. Brilliant. We're getting education here tonight. Brilliant. That's really cool. Well done, guys. Jack says, oh. Like that. I've got to make sure these comments are coming up on the screen. That's way up there. Ideally, my laptop will be on and in front of me so I can have a monitor there. But tonight, everything's against me, so I'm just using what we've got. All right? Hope that's okay with you guys. Now, how do you make this large screen? Oh, there we go. That's better. Okay. Diana says, I want to try and catch you on live streaming Friends soon when you go live. That's to Christina. Brilliant stuff. And yeah, really good to see you guys in the stream as well. Jax says, I seem to cause people to break things whilst live. Yeah, normally that's my trick. I've been breaking stuff today. It's just not good. It's really not good. But anyway, we're here in the cafe. How's things? What do you think of the look? Is it pretty good? Do you like it? Hang on. Wait a minute. Where's my name thing gone? Oh, there it is. There you go, just in case you've forgotten. Look at this, a pain au chocolat from the cafe. That girl hasn't moved, has she? Coffee's really cold by now. But, you know, she's on her tablet, she's busy. Excuse me, shouldn't talk with my mouth full. It's very rude. Decaf tea, Christina. What I was going to say to you was, with regards to the podcast that's coming up on the 1st of November, plug, on podbean.com, I may even put a link to it on my website. I've yet to discuss that with my webmaster. But anyway, the podcast is going to have regular guests on it, so it's going to be a once-a-month thing to start with, and then maybe going to once every other week. I'm not sure yet, depending on the content and guests and stuff like that. But if you would like to be a guest, or you know of anybody that you think might be good to interview, then please do throw them my way. Email address is hello@loveaudio.co.uk. hello@loveaudio.co.uk. Would love to hear from you. If you'd like to be part of the stream one day. We're just going to be talking about life in general. It doesn't have to be audio related, as I said before. I really just want it to be a nice, relaxing environment for people to come on and share their current life, really. You know, things are strange these past few months. You know, I never in my wildest dreams thought I'd be helping to press apples on an orchard. I'm there again on Wednesday morning. But this time it's bottling. We did about 1,200 litres of the stuff the other day. And all of that now needs to be bottled, so they want my help in the bottling plant. And this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday afternoon, I am delivering parcels for Amazon. I mean, who the hell knew? It's just, you know, you have to do what you have to do. And if the voiceover work isn't coming in as fast as I'd like it to, then I need to, you know, be able to branch out and think of things that I can do whilst I'm doing nothing. In other words, and I have a vehicle, I have a van, so you know it's easy for me to kind of diversify and start delivering stuff for people, picking stuff up, things like that. And if they're willing to pay me for it, then happy days. Diana says, "Dang, how do you create that set? Obviously green screen, but very advanced." Yeah, it is, and it isn't. All it is a moving video, which I'm very pleased to say that Corey Sanders, aka Tallboy, was kind enough to show me and to let me have, okay? Because he subscribes to something that you can download these things. It's just a moving image, right? And what I've done is I've edited it in Filmora and put a slide across there, as you can see. The two screens, left and right, one of them is a permanent display of the logo, which is this. You notice that every time I do that, the audio stops. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. And then the screen on the right is playing 4 videos in a loop with no audio on, right? And the reason it's got no audio on it is because otherwise it would interfere with you and I talking. It would interfere with the background noise that you can hear the cafe playing, okay? And what I was going to say just now was that my first guest on the 1st of November will be Corey Tallboy Sanders. And as I say, he's got a lot to talk about, so I'm looking forward to hearing what he has to say with regards to sport and with regards to music and interviewing people and all that kind of experience that he's got. I really want to draw on that, and I'm really looking forward to interviewing him, okay? Rich says you could interview people on how they got into the audio game and what they are doing for alternatives during the pandemic. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That is a great possibility. And Rich, if you'd like to come on one day when you're feeling better, then please do drop me a line. hello@loveaudio.co.uk is my email address. hello@loveaudio.co.uk, and we'll get that organised. Okay. Paul, this is amazing. You have a pastry from the cafe, and it's real. It's not like it's it's not like it's fake. Like a, what do you call it? A prop. It's not a prop. It's a real. Pain au chocolat. Très bien. Where are we? Pastry from the cafe, done that. Jack says, I'd love to do a live stream with you and sing jingles on demand. Wow. Wouldn't that be a show? Hang on a second. If people wanted things tested out, that would be fun. Wouldn't it? And you know what? I need to give you a link. I need to give you a link to a piece of software that I use. I haven't used it for a while, actually. I need to renew my membership of it. But it's called Clean Feed. And as long as you've got a decent microphone and an audio interface, or mixer if you're lucky, you can talk to me and I can record you as clear as I'm talking now, or clearer, because there'll be no background noise of a cafe going on. So yeah, need to do that for you, because then of course you can sing down the thing according to the lyrics of the person that wants a jingle done, right? And I can record you at this end, and we can sell them on my website, and I'll split you half-half. How's that? Can't say fairer than that. So thank you very much indeed for that, Jax. That's a great idea. Let's get that in motion. Brilliant stuff. Diana says, and all the moving graphics. Yeah, well, that's a constantly moving thing on the right-hand side. I think it's right-hand side as I'm looking at it. I don't know if it's the same with you as you're looking at it, but I think it is. So it's kind of above my. Is that right? I can't see. No, it's the other side, isn't it? It's that side. So it's my left. Oh God, it's my left. Your right. Yeah, that makes sense. My left, your right. Okay. And that's just 4 videos in a playlist. You can create playlist in vMix and just turn the volume down on it, all of it, and then away it goes. Okay, I'm just making sure I've caught up with all the messages here, guys. Ooh, Clean Feed, got it. Wow, that was quick. Yeah, I think they have a free version. Yeah, Clean Feed is what they call it. And it enables you to send peer-to-peer audio high quality like this. So without any of the interference and stuff like that. Just make sure you're not going live at the same time. But I like your idea, Rich. That's a really good idea. And like I say, if you want to come on board once you're feeling a lot better, then please do drop me a line. hello@loveaudio.co.uk. But you've got my messenger anyway, so you can just hop on there and say hi. Anybody else that wants to come on board, by the way, and discuss things like audio or life in general, whilst we face this pandemic that we're in, then please do jump on board and let me know that you'd like to do that. Because I'm down here. Excuse me. Because I'm down here on the very low settee, sofa, whatever you want to call it, right? I haven't got a jingle of the week lined up. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to have to do that on this screen here. Hang on. Can I see it from here? Double click on that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I can drag that over. Hang on. Where are we? drag over? Yes, it will. Okay, we're on this screen now. Brilliant. Yeah, so jingle of the week. Let me think. I need to go to jingles. And we have a lot of the people on the stream today, including Wit and Christina and Jax and Sammy and Diana, are all from the States. Let me just answer Wit's question here. So for all of us vMix users, you might do a show about using VST plugins, ideally the ones best suited for vMix. Wit, I'll leave that to you, shall I, chap? VST plugins, they're okay. You know, I can import a dozen different VST plugins, and really it's overkill. If you're just doing a speech-based show, then there's really no need for VST plugins, unless you're going to do something really fancy like a vocoder or, you know, a voice changer or anything like that. Then, yeah, you know, it's not one of those things I'd like to get involved with, Wit. But you know, if you're up for that, then you know, happy to look at your demonstration of it, and then we can maybe combine efforts and get a dual stream out there. But yeah, as for VST plugins, the option is on vMix to import them in. You're right. That's in the audio section. However, like I say, I'm not really a big fan of them, to be fair. I don't use them a lot in production unless I'm dragging it into to a mix. So, you know, that's entirely up to you. But I like the idea, and maybe you could expand on that and you know, maybe do a video yourself, and I'll watch it with interest and see how it performs. Rich says, I'm going to get you to do some more drops for me, Paul. Not the Christmas ones, but some, so I have a variety to use. Yeah, brilliant. Don't forget Halloween's coming up as well. So if you're doing a live stream for Halloween and you want some then I can make that happen. I can't reach the button on the desk to give me some echo. I should be able to do it from the stream deck, shouldn't I? Really, should program a button that turns that on and off. But hey, early days. So that's really good news. I think I've pretty much caught up, but what I was going to say to you was that a lot of the people on the stream today and in the questions and in the comments are from America, okay? And they wouldn't necessarily, unless they've been to the UK back in the 80s, wouldn't have heard Radio 1, okay? Radio 1 is the national pop station for the UK, and it was bigger than Radio 2. Radio 2 is the #1 station in the UK right now. Millions and millions of listeners. But Radio 1 was the big one. When I was growing up, it was always about Radio 1. It's run by the BBC, and back in the day, Jam Creative Productions began producing audio for them back in 1976. And I'm not going to play you from 1976. What I am going to do is go forward to 1987. Okay? Let me just find the file for you. Where's it gone? 1987. Come on, where are you? Might have to go across. No, that's okay. 1987. There we go. Okay. Okay, 1987. So, what I'm going to play you is a short selection of jingles from 1987 that Jam Creative Productions created for the UK's BBC Radio 1. And now my jingle of the week thing doesn't work. Why is that? You've got to be kidding me. You see what I mean? So nothing's ever cast in stone. This does not work. Why doesn't it work? For goodness sake. It's because I've messed about with something in it. Let me just play this. Hang on.
It's the jingle of the week.
All right. We should be back on. Yes, we are. Good. Okay, let me just play this for you. I'm going to get the volume ready because it might be too loud, so let me just hang on a sec. Volume, here we go.
Across the UK, for you and me, Britain's favorite Radio 1. Much more music across the UK, Britain's favorite Radio 1. For you and me, Britain's favorite Radio 1. The hit music station. Britain's favorite Radio 1. The official top 40 in stereo FM. Britain's favorite Radio 1. Stereo FM, Britain's favorite Radio 1. Stereo FM, Britain's favorite Radio 1. 21 years of music making for the UK, Britain's favorite Radio 1. 21 years of music making across the UK, Britain's favorite Radio 1. More music all weekend long here on Radio 1. More music. Bruno Brooks on Radio 1. Simon Mayo. The Radio 1 Road Show. The Road Show on the road again. Radio 1. More music. Radio 1. Gary Davis fit in the middle. Radio 1. Radio 1. The most music. Radio 1. Rise and shine on Radio 1. Good morning. Ooh, Gary Davis. Ooh, Gary. Ooh. International. Radio 1. Johnny Walker. Radio 1. Stereo sequence. Steve Wright in the afternoon. We'll be right back. The great Radio 1 disco show. Radio 1. Britain's favorite radio. Radio 1. Stereo Radio 1. Are you tuned to FM for all your favorite music?
Radio 1.
The golden years.
With all your favorite music.
Radio 1, the new top 40. Britain's favorite music. Mike Reed on Radio 1. Singled out on Radio 1. Radio 1. The top 40 countdown. Radio 1. Britain's favorite music station. Radio 1. Radio 1. More music. Radio 1 more time. Factasia. Steve Wright in the afternoon.
It's quite long, sorry.
Radio 1. Radio 1 News. Radio 1 Weather. Across the UK, Britain's favorite Radio 1. Radio 1 Travel News. Radio 1.
This one you'll recognise. Ready?
Across the UK, Britain's favorite Radio 1. 21 years of fun. Happy 21st birthday, Radio 1.
Wow. Okay. That's amazing. As you can tell, I'm a complete jingle geek, and that was from Jam Creative Productions in Dallas, Texas, who produced that entire jingle package back in 1987. Sounds amazing, and we're going to play you out with one of those as well. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you next week.